Breakfast was supposed to be the calmest moment of the day, but one bark shattered that peace. The family's loyal German shepherd, Rocky, suddenly launched across the kitchen like a thunderbolt, teeth bared, eyes blazing, heading straight for the nanny. A spoon hit the floor, oatmeal splattered, and the baby's cries filled the air as panic erupted. Why would a gentle, well-trained dog suddenly attack? No one realized the true danger wasn't the nanny at all. It was something hidden in the baby's food, something Rocky had sensed before anyone else. The kitchen smelled of warm oatmeal and fresh coffee, morning sunlight streaming through the window, painting everything gold. The baby giggled in the high chair while the nanny hummed softly, spooning little bites, and Rocky stretched lazily by the window, tail flicking in comfort. Everything seemed safe until his ears twitched. His body stiffened, and a low growl rumbled from deep within his chest. The nanny laughed nervously. "What is it, boy?" she asked, glancing toward the door, but Rocky wasn't looking there. His gaze was locked on the high chair. The growl sharpened into a furious bark that rattled the cabinets. The spoon clattered, oatmeal splashed, and the baby began to cry. The mother froze by the counter, heart racing, as the father shouted from the hallway. "What's going on?" Rocky lunged, claws scraping the tile, knocking over a chair as the nanny stumbled back. The mother grabbed his collar with trembling hands, shouting, "Rocky, no!" The father rushed in to help, but Rocky's strength was immovable. The nanny gasped, clutching her sleeve where his teeth had torn the fabric, yet Rocky's eyes weren't on her. They were fixed on the baby's bowl. His nose twitched, growl dropping to a sharp warning. The father followed his gaze and froze. Tiny black specks floated on the surface of the oatmeal. "What is that?" he muttered, staring closer without touching it. The mother's pulse quickened as she remembered Rocky's restlessness earlier that morning, pacing and sniffing the air. Now he pawed at the high chair tray, tail stiff as a signal of danger. They slid the bowl away and called emergency services immediately, realizing that the dog hadn't attacked out of rage. He had attacked to save minutes later. Flashing lights filled the driveway as paramedics and officers hurried inside. Rocky stayed by the high chair, eyes locked, giving a single sharp bark as if pointing straight at the bowl. A food safety specialist opened a kit and swabbed the oatmeal while the parents stood shoulder to shoulder, clutching the baby close. The chemical strip changed color almost instantly. "There's poison here," the officer said grimly. "It matches a household cleaner. One spoonful could have been fatal." The mother gasped, holding her baby tighter as the father's stomach dropped. They had been seconds from disaster. Rocky had sensed the danger before anyone else. Investigators later discovered a cracked bottle of cleaner on a pantry shelf. Overnight, a few drops had leaked into the baby's cereal container, just enough to taint the food. The nanny, shaken but unharmed except for a scratch, was cleared of all blame. Tears filled her eyes as she whispered, "Thank you, Rocky." The parents knelt beside their loyal dog, stroking his fur and whispering their gratitude. What had seemed like an attack was really a desperate warning. Rocky had given them the most precious gift of all, time to save their child. That night, peace returned to the house. The baby slept soundly, unaware of the narrow escape, while the nanny sipped tea, still trembling but thankful. Rocky lay beside the crib, eyes half closed yet alert, his breathing steady. The mother bent down and kissed his head. "You saved us," she whispered. His tail thumped softly against the floor. By morning, the story had spread among friends and neighbors, leaving everyone stunned by his instincts and courage. What began as a morning of terror ended as a reminder. Sometimes a dog's strange behavior isn't a threat at all. Sometimes it's a warning that saves a life.